What's up, guys? Mitch here, also known as a Health Crusader. Um, right now, I just feel led to have a little discussion about basically dealing with invisible illness. Um, this is a topic that you don't really come across out in the world, and as someone that is suffering and dealing with it, I just wanted to give my perspective. So, little backstory is March of 2020, which is this year, I was poisoned by an antibiotic that completely wrecked my entire body. Basically disabled me for almost 6 months, and even after the 6 months, getting back to normalcy is tough. So what I'm struggling with right now is, you know, I've gotten to the point where I can walk fine. I can use my body here and there. Not consistently, but it's gotten to the point where I feel like living a normal life has become possible, and I'm so thankful, and I feel blessed for that. But I will say, people don't really seem to understand that the healing process, it's very inconsistent. You know, it seems like you'll take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, and then 4 steps forward and 3 steps back, and you know, it's a constant fight. It's a constant fight, and one of my friends who have been flocked, who's dealing with this, named Chris, he made a video talking about how people who have this happen to them deal with PTSD. And I know I've talked to a lot of Floxies who still struggle with some PTSD, and they're years out, and I'm not even 1 year out yet, and I do still feel like I'm broken. I feel like my soul has been tattooed with this. It's like, will I ever escape it? I really don't know. Honestly, I feel like I will get back to a somewhat normal life. Will I ever get back to 100%? I feel like that 100% will not be the 100% I used to have. I mean, for one, I'm completely a different person. For one, I found God through this experience. I used to be a pretty strict atheist. I actually scoffed at the thought of God. Now, I'm very much involved. So, that being said, the 100% that I would aim for would look different than my past 100%. My perspective on life has completely changed, but physical 100%, will that come? I do believe so in time. I've been healing pretty well, so I do think it will come. But even if it doesn't come, what I have gained from this experience will have been worth it. Even if I just get to 80%, 85%, 90%, I'd be happy. 100%, I would be so grateful. I don't even think words could express. But there are days when I do feel like I'm at 80%, 85%. But then, I'm constantly reminded that I'm not there yet. I'm not able to consistently commit to that. I want to volunteer and help people out more, and on the days I feel good, I go and do it. On the days I feel bad, I still fight it and I still go and do it. But I feel like working right now is kind of a challenge, because, well, my last job, it used to be somewhat physical. So committing to a job like that again, I don't think I couldn't do it. Because I just know I know the roller coaster that I'm on, and it's like from day to day. You have a good day and a bad day, and it's so in the bad days I deal with, I still have neuropathy. A lot of twitching, muscle twitching, tingling, some pain still. I was doing pretty good, but I have to be on a very strict diet. If I veer from the diet just a little bit, it comes back, which I did, because I thought I was becoming a normal 25-year-old guy. hanging out with friends, because it's easy to kind of forget in the moment all of the pain you've been dealing with and how strict you've been, and the reason why. It's like you hang out with people who are perceived normal, and they don't understand, and it's like, man, I can do this, I can eat that, I can drink this, and then the next day you realize, like, yeah, I am not normal. I'm not normal. So yeah, it's somewhat of a struggle, but I will say I never feel alone now that I have God with me. Um, the weekends when I go to serve at church, I mean, it just fills me with so much peace, and it's something I've never had before. And if I didn't have that, I don't really think I would have made it through this. I got into a really dark place when I was just stuck in bed. I couldn't get out of bed, and I was pretty much alone, and I felt like I had nobody, and then I found him. So, that's priceless. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I guess the moral, the takeaway is, expect that when you're dealing with some sort of invisible illness, for people not to understand, you're going to have to take time and explain it to the people that count, that deserve to hear. And the people that don't, don't let their sense of naiveness to your condition affect you, because it's not personal. People that don't deal with this sort of thing, they just can't relate, So it is what it is. People that are in your life that care about you, if they really care about you, then they'll understand. Simple as that. So don't get discouraged when you get setbacks. Don't strive for perfection. Be happy with what you have. I'll tell you what, I appreciate the little things. I can go to the beach and sit on the sand, and go in the water and fight the waves a little bit. I'm like a kid in a candy store on those days. Go to the park and walk around and take in the fresh air. I mean, it's things like this I never used to appreciate. So with this new gained perspective on life, as crazy it might sound, all the pain I went through, and even pain I still deal with, it's worth it. There has to be a takeaway from this experience. You have to find something to cling to, something to really to aim for, something that you can look back on in this experience and see how you've grown and become stronger. I've become a rock, honestly. I mean, I thought I was strong before, but now, I mean, I almost at times feel like a shell because it's like, maybe that's my form of PTSD with all of this, is instead of being over emotional, I can tend to be quite withdrawn from my emotion. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's what I've had to do to get over this. It is what it is. Maybe that's my scar. So, anyways, this is me venting now. So I felt led to make a video because I know there are people struggling with this, and I just wanted to get it out to them at once without waiting and trying to figure out what I was going to say. I just like to make videos when I just feel inspired. So, alright guys, take it easy. Till next time.